All right, guys. Well, this is a special honor for me. I haven't spoken to this next guest in quite some time. The two-time and current undisputed women's bantamweight champion of the world defends her belt in the co-main event this weekend at UFC 316 against Kayla Harrison. Julianna Pena, it's been a minute since I've had a chance to catch up with you. What a pleasure. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It has been a minute and I'm happy to be back. How are you?
I'm good now that you're here. I'm good to be chatting to you. I'm excited. How you feeling? We're not far away now from UFC 316. You're about to step in there. Big fight. Everyone's excited. You must be feeling pretty excited yourself.
I am excited. It should be illegal to feel this good.
Tell me, I saw, obviously you guys have had this road to UFC 316, you and Kayla, and you guys have had your back and forths. How does it feel to sort of be going into a fight where, people are so, I guess, so excited to see what happens? So people are saying there's so much on the line here. They're so excited to see how both of you guys match up in that octagon. Does it feel like there's extra stakes here going into this one?
No, it's just another fight. It's just another day in the office. For me, it's a new opponent. They possess different set of challenges. I could care less about the outcome of as far as belts and everything like that is concerned. I think they got me as another underdog situation where everybody just thinks I'm an absolute wash, and that's kind of how they have had me my entire career. And so for me, I'm more concerned about the process than the outcome. And for me, when you have everybody thinking that you're a walkover, and when they don't want to give you any respect, and when they always think, or they all think that you're just going to die in there and get killed in 10 seconds, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And that makes me a very dangerous woman.
You've been in the game for such a long time now. Why do you feel like people still sort of underestimate you still, even though you've accomplished so much in this game?
Maybe because I don't have the perfect rock'em sock'em robot punches, or maybe because I don't have two gold medals in judo or a silver medal in wrestling. I'm very maybe what they would consider unorthodox. But I think that the thing that always carries me through is that unwavering belief that I have in myself, and a faith of, I don't care who you are, what your accolades are, or what you've done. You are going to remember the day that you face the Peña power. And that, I think, is kind of maybe where fans get a little bit hung up on the whole technical aspect, and what they're discounting is the amount of heart and will that I bring to the table.
I also think it's a little bit unfair because when I mentioned you were coming onto this program, people were like, "Oh, we don't like." Some people were saying, "Oh, we felt like Raquel Pennington beat." It's like you went out there, you won, you put on a performance, and then people go, "Oh, the judges, maybe made the right call, the wrong call, or blah blah blah." Like, what are you supposed to do about that, right? Like, you're going out there to win, but it's like people just can't. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you supposed to do about that? Of course, you're gonna say you won. Of course, you did your best. What are you supposed to
You,
do about it?
since October, that front doorstep has been silent. I have not seen Raquel once try to beat down my door to come back and get this belt. Not 1 ounce of her having the desire to get back inside that octagon with me and do it all over again, or any desire for her to fight Kayla or Amanda. So if she wants it, come and get it. But she hasn't said a word. I know I won that fight. And what 3 judges saw that night, they agreed with me too. And that's the only thing that matters.
Okay, so talk to me about Kayla for a second here. Like, where does she match up for you in terms of some of your toughest challenges in the UFC? Is she up there for you, or do you believe maybe she's a little bit overestimated? How do you feel about the challenges she brings in there for you?
Every time I sign on that dotted line to get inside that octagon with any of these opponents, they are always, in my mind, the toughest challenge that I've ever had. And every time I go get ready for a fight, I always say the same thing. This is the biggest fight of my life. This is the biggest fight of my life. And this is the biggest fight of my life, and I don't take it lightly. I don't underestimate her abilities. And I take her as an extreme threat, just like I do every single one of my opponents. So for me, it's just all about making sure that I do what I know that I can do, and staying focused and being that Kentucky Derby horse that stays
Mhm.
narrowed into what I know that I can do. And that's what I focus on.
Obviously, a lot of people talk about what it's like being in there with her, but being in the octagon with you, that's a very unique experience that not many people are able to really understand as well, right? Like you take the fight to people and people don't expect sort of what you bring, and it's hard to prepare for unless you're really in there with you. Like, do you feel like there's this sort of you're interested to see how she responds when she deals with that at UFC 316 in that octagon?
I think that everybody always thinks that I am just this layup and this cupcake that they're going to be able to walk all over. And the second that they fight me and their eyes get as big as plates, they realize that this isn't as easy as they thought that it was going to be. And that is, like you said, hard to prepare for.
Mm. Hey, by the way, I know you guys did that press conference and Amanda Nunes put up her hand. She said she was going to come back. Do you really believe she'll come back if you beat Kayla Harrison? Or is this just if Kayla wins, you reckon she's trying to position herself to come back?
I have said this so many times today, and I'm going to just say it one more time, but I'll say something else before that. Hopefully not after she sees what I do to Kayla Harrison on June 7th. With that being said, my sole focus 110% is on Kayla Harrison.
Mm. It's fascinating because obviously the division, it's got a lot of moving parts. If Amanda doesn't come back, like, what do you think about the state of the division? I know sometimes people are like, well, the bantamweight division maybe isn't in the greatest place. Do you see some potential, contenders and people that could potentially fight you if Amanda doesn't come back that could still make it a pretty exciting division?
I am extremely biased and of the mindset that the bantamweight division has never been greater, and that it is always an exciting division, and that there's something fresh always going on in the bantamweight division. So again, maybe it's just because that is my division that I fight for, but I have never seen anything wrong with the division. I've never seen anything wrong with women's mixed martial arts and it being boring or anything like that. I have always been as tuned in and dialed into the division as the day that they allowed women to fight in it in 2013.
All right, guys, before I get back to the interview, I just want to thank my sponsor, MANSCAPED, for making this program possible. Did you guys know with a code word submission, you guys could save 15% off? That's 15% off plus free shipping from all of the great products on the Manscaped website. But I want to talk to you guys about the Chairman Pro. The Chairman Pro is a high-tech, dad-approved grooming upgrade, which is perfect for the Father's Day over there in America. But if it's not Father's Day, it is an electric face shaver that can tackle up to 5 days of growth and features 2 interchangeable blade heads. It's waterproof. The battery life is awesome, up to 75 minutes of runtime on a single charge, but it also showcases the battery level so you know when it's time to recharge with the display. Of course, it's got the travel lock, the LED spotlight, and most importantly, the 2-year warranty the Manscaped comes with. Manscaped, of course, has the Lawnmower 5.0, the Beard Hedger, and all sorts of other products. Some of the most comfortable underwear out there as well. So go to manscaped.com, use the code word submission, get 15% off and free shipping today. And guys, I also want to talk to you about our friends at SAILY. That's right, SAILY, the best eSIM on the market today. What is an eSIM? Let's say you're traveling, you need to make phone calls, you need to download data, you need to be able to use your phone. Don't line up in a stupid queue and replace your SIM card, lose your current SIM card, and sign up to some plan that lasts for months. Use SAILY today. You just have to download the app. You just choose the location where you're at. You choose the amount of data that you want, and you are sorted, my friend, to use your phone wherever you go, whatever country you go to. It's easy to use. Like I said, all you need to do is just download the app. You avoid roaming costs, never ran out of data because you're able to update it and increase it wherever you go. It's one eSIM for all of your trips, so you don't have to change SIMs everywhere you go. And it's got global and regional plans as well. Get up to 100 gigabytes of data or as little as 1 gigabyte of data for a week or half a year. SAILY is your place to go for everybody out there who's looking for an eSIM. So download the SAILY app now and use the code submission or go to saily.com/submission. The link is in the description below and you guys get an exclusive 15% off your first purchase. That's 15% off your first purchase. Try SAILY today. And now back to the program.
I got a couple of fan questions before I let you go. First fan question here from Ethan. If Kayla Harrison misses weight, would you still fight her? Yeah, that's going to be the big thing that's going to be coming at you all week long. I imagine you'll be answering this over and over. So let's kind of get it out of the way. Obviously, the weight cut is the big sort of question for Kayla. She cuts a ton of weight. Would you still fight her if she misses weight? ahead of UFC 2?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, I would. I'm a professional. I absolutely would.
Do you think about that kind of stuff when you would fight like someone like Kayla, like the fact that she
No,
cut so much weight or the impact it might have on her?
no, she's a professional. I don't think about that too much at all.
Okay, fan question number 2. Um, so we spoke about it before. After Kayla, if it isn't Nunes, you said there's some great names out there in the division. Anybody solid that you like? Maybe even a rematch with Valentina if she comes back up. Any sort of fights that you like in the division or for yourself?
Um, for me, it's all about big fights, right? And it's also all about if it don't make money, it don't make sense. And it's also about always being game to fight anyone and everyone, and time and a place. You name, send, location. So whatever the UFC and I come up with, I know that it's going to make an amazing fight, and it's going to be a big fight. And it doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to fight you.
Also, what about this one here from Kevin? Do you believe you're the best female on the mic right now? And how did you get so comfortable building the hype to a fight? By the way, you worked with Hulk Hogan there for a bit as well. It doesn't hurt as well, right? One of the best promo guys in the WWE. How
You
do you
got
feel
that.
like? Yeah.
You got that right, brother. For me, I just happen to be speaking facts and things that have happened to me in my career, or things that I see that maybe even other people see. And then my opponent just gets mad about that. But it comes extremely naturally to me, because for me, I'm just telling the truth. I happen to be a truth sayer, and most people don't like to hear the truth or want to hear the truth. But for me, it's not some show or not some thing or some spectacle that I'm trying to do to hype the fight. I'm just telling the facts as I see them, and it's a natural thing for me to be able to speak what I see and say the truths that I believe are, in my opinion, true. So maybe that comes across negatively to my opponent, but that's just the way that I see it.
Yeah, by the way, I saw Mike Brown responded to some of the comments that you made about the PEDs and Kayla Harrison. Like, do you think this whole thing got blown out of proportion a little bit when you mentioned that maybe she wasn't clean? Do you really feel like that, by the way? I feel like you were just kind of
It's
building the fight.
possible, but I have 3 questions. Number one, have you ever heard of an Olympian pissing hot before? Out of the realm of possibility, it's absolutely happened. There have been
Yeah.
many Olympians that have pissed hot before. Number two, I've been fighting since 2013, and never once has PED use ever come up as far as a topic of conversation with any other opponent that I've ever had. Why her? Number three, I absolutely know for a fact that people, from the stories that I've been told and my own experiences that I've had at ATT, that they were shooting each other in the ass in the bathroom all the time. And so it's not something that is like out of the realm of possibility when I'm being told from their coaches that that's what they do, and that's the kind of games that they run down there. People that are on PEDs are very smart about when to cycle on and cycle off, and I just hope that she cycles off at the right time to make this weight for 135 pounds. I want to be fighting for this belt, and if she doesn't make it, she won't be fighting for it.
So if she's not making weight, you're not fighting her.
No, I'm saying if she doesn't make weight,
She
she
does it.
can't
Yeah.
fight for the
She
belt.
can't
And I
fight
want
for the
this,
belt.
and I
But
want
you'll
this
still
to
fight
be
her.
a title fight.
But I know what I like about you. You're like, I don't care what she does, as long as she makes, as long as she fights me, I'm happy. Like, I just want to beat her. Like, you don't care.
It's the little things in life.
All right. Well, this last comment is actually just from a fan. I want to finish on this. Jaden the Goat, tell her I love her so much, and she's the big reason why I got into the UFC. Julianna Pena, you've done it all in the UFC. Congratulations, my friend. I look forward to seeing this title defense. I look forward to you in that octagon as we wrap up. What is your prediction? How do you see this fight going?
I see this fight going with getting my hand raised. The longer the fight goes on for her, the better for me. I see a submission victory. I see me being able to break her mentally. She's an emotional fighter, and if I can just tap into, making her frustrated, that's gonna be better for me. So getting my hand raised at any and all costs is how I see this fight going.
There you go. Thank you so much, Julianna. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see what happens. Everybody can tune into UFC 316 here in Australia on Sunday on KO Sport. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.